A Minnesota man who claimed that Antifa had set his camper on fire, because that's what Antifa does, right? Apparently. Well, no, because he just pleaded guilty to wire fraud and staging an arson. Oops. Now, this 29-year-old Denis Molla, who claimed that on September 23rd, 2020, 3 Antifa super soldiers had spray painted Biden 2020, BLM, and an Antifa symbol on his garage door and then burned his camper. You know, because of Trump flag. Yes, because dumb flags are very, very apparently triggering. No. No, because look, this is his made up story. Because there are a lot of red flags here, and I don't mean, again, the Trump flag, which is like more of like a purple. First, you're gonna try to convince people that Antifa, they're super pro Biden. Really? What's funny about this is that I can only imagine that they want to project themselves so much onto other people. Because they think, oh, I hate Democrats so much. God, I hate the left. I wish I could burn down their campers and spray paint the N-word. I can't do that. Now, it also plays into their massive sense of victimhood, right? Because they always think they're victims about when it comes to anything. Can you believe what that Antifa did? They threw a milkshake once. I'm scared. Now, the third thing that goes along with this story is the grift. After reporting the incident, Molla had filed a $300,000 insurance claim for fire damage to his garage, camper, vehicle, and residence, for the fire that he set himself. Oops. His insurance company, look, insurance companies are going to insurance. And so they're like, no, we're not going to pay for that. And then they did later send him $61,000. So that's insurance fraud right there. Filing these false insurance claims after burning your own stuff. And then Molla had also created and allowed others to create 2 GoFundMe pages for himself and his family, eventually transferring the donated funds to his personal bank account. Both pages are, well, okay, let me show you the GoFundMe here, right? Molla Family Arson Fundraiser, hate crime. Hate crime. Yes. That's one of them. And other ones titled, Help a Family That Is Suffering. Suffering from the thing that I just did to myself. Yes. Through January 2021, the Molla Family Hate Crimes Arson Fundraiser raised about $17,836 from 220 donors, according to the archived version. Again, both of those were removed. Okay. Now, that said, I love that he calls it a hate crime. A hate crime. You know what? Actually, we have some video of Mr. Molla, right? Mr. Denis Molla talking about how he felt about this entire situation.
Today. I am a victim of a hate crime. Stanley knows what I'm talking about.
That's not what a hate crime is.
Well, I hated it.
Obviously, that's not Mr. Denis Molla from The Office. Great clip, great show. And this guy, obviously not Michael Scott. He is no Michael Scott. I know Michael Scott. But you can understand how you can see how they're so desperate to not only fearmonger about BLM and Antifa, but again, to do insane things to themselves, to victimize themselves in order to blame other people. Now, that said, Chuds are furiously typing, what about Jussie Smollett? Hey, you know what? Jussie Smollett, also a grifter. We agree with that. And we agree that absolutely what he did was wrong and pretty terrible. and actually is a setback for the LGBTQ plus community. What is not a setback is burning at your own camper and damaging your house, setting arson and doing insurance fraud, as well as grifting people out of thousands of nearly $20,000 for something that you did to blame Antifa, Joe Biden, whatever. Kind of on a different level. And again, it doesn't actually take away from the fact that MAGA loves their victimhood mentality. They want to be victims so badly, and they just create these enemies, these situations, just so they can feel victimized. Again, sure, there is some examples as well of on the left as well, or the supposed left, but there's far more examples of this victimhood mentality on the far right.